Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And finally, today we have the very first race of the Fiasco XFINITY series here from Daytona International Speedway. I know you guys have been asking about this one for a good while. You guys have been popping in my live streams asking me when's the first race, when is it coming out, and today you guys are going to be able to see it. So let's check out our starting lineup and our roster. So on pole today we have the number 5 of Carter Friesen, followed by number 20 Boots with the Fur. Then we have Joey Smith, Timmy Chill, Cheyenne Wright, Carter Joey, Slim Jimmy, Wubba Ballas, Victor Pavlov, Ryan Labonte, Jimmy John, Brad St. Martin, Mitchell Collins, Shiva Ayer, Gavin Ayer, Michael Sanders, Heathcliff Bartholomew Abernathy IV, Zachary Taylor, Thick Matt, Travis Steele, Ryan Reed, Rockwell Collins, Chase Russell, Nick Breeding, Germanti Bowe, Smitten Payload, and Season 1 competitor from the Fiasco NASCAR Series, Mr. Rusty Shackelford, will be running the Xfinity Series this year under number 62. Now we have a few guys in this series who will be running double duty in the Fiasco NASCAR Cup Series, such as Ryan Labonte, and Nick Breeding will also be running in the Fiasco NASCAR Cup Series this season. You'll be seeing them tomorrow. And the point system this year is exactly identical to the Fiasco NASCAR Series. Winner gets 25, second gets 19, third gets 18, and it goes on from there. Only the top 20 finishers get points, and the driver who has the most points at the end of the season will be declared champion. No chase, no playoffs, no nothing. But that's enough talking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do some racing. We are green flag here at Daytona, 20-lap race for the Fiasco XFINITY Series. And you see the number 3 of Victor Pavlov already dipping down low, trying to make it 3 wide, going into turn 1, trying to make some moves early on the inside of the number 2 of Slim Jimmy. Carter Friesen looking to hang on to the lead after starting on pole here at Daytona. Staying on pole doesn't really matter all that much here at Daytona, especially in the Fiasco XFINITY Series where these cars so easily stick tightly packed together. It's not like the Cup Series where whoever's in front can kind of stay up front for a little bit, and here it's a completely different ball game. It's straight up pack racing all throughout, and you see these guys around the third row already looking like they want to push 4 wide, which isn't exactly the smartest thing here at Daytona. It's hard pushing 3 wide, let alone 4 wide, so they might want to chill a little bit until we get to endgame. But you know, these guys are very young, they're trying to prove themselves, and Carter Friesen and the number 5 is going to lead the first ever lap in Fiasco XFINITY Series history. We skip along to lap 2 where we're on the back straightaway, and the number 28 of Mitchell Collins is already pushing for the lead, and way on the outside is number 20 of Boots with the Fur. It's basically a pushing game at this point. Whoever can get the best push is who's going to stay out up front. You see we have a little spectator shot in the middles of turn 3 and 4, one of my personal favorite shots. And coming off of turn 4, we have a massive wreck. We have a car pretty much Tony Hawking against that wall. A big wreck towards the middle or back end of the pack here, and Mitchell Collins in the 28 is going to lead them back to the yellow flag. We see a few cars absolutely destroyed. Zachary Taylor and Heathcliff Bartholomew. It's going to take me a while to be able to say that consistently. So here we go on the lap 2 replay. You see just 2 cars wind up getting together. I believe that was the 99 of Heathcliff and the 78 of Shiva Ayer. And that just collects a few more drivers that were simply just bystanders. You see the 14 of Brad St. Martin gets shoved up into the wall, almost into the catch fence, pulls off a Tony Hawk Underground 2 there. And you see, this is just what happens when you're looking for way too much in the beginning of the race. When you force the issue, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get a good result, especially this early on in the race where you should be chilling out. You should just be looking for positions, and after that 5 drivers have retired. The 0, 99, 18, 4, and the 1 have all retired from this race, which means 22 drivers are left here, and even less are actually competitive, because when it comes to Daytona, if you want to compete with the guys up front, you can't have any damage, because any type of damage that messes up your aerodynamics will definitely slow you down, and your car will not be as efficient in the drafts compared to everybody else who maybe have spotless cars. So here we are on lap 7 coming off of turn 4. Carter Friesen has taken the lead back from the number 28 of Mitchell Collins. The 20 of Boots with the Fur is peeking out on the outside, looking to see if somebody wants to push him. Carter Friesen blocks him a little bit, but then goes back down to the middle of the track, which is going to leave it open for the number 20 of Boots with the Fur, but he goes back up to block, leaving the bottom open for the number 90 of Chase Russell. Almost all of these drivers are absolutely brand new. Only few are demotions from the Fiasco NASCAR Cup Series. And as I say that, we have a wreck coming off of turn 2. Caution lights aren't quite on just yet. There are cars absolutely everywhere on the backstretch. It's looking like a junkyard right now. Multiple drivers involved. A lot of good drivers have gotten taken out there. That wreck happened towards the front of the pack, which means a lot of drivers who really had a good chance of winning this race just had their hopes shattered. So we hop over here to the lap 8 replay. Just not enough room to go around. Again, this is what happens when you're just looking for way too much. The 98 of Timmy Chill gets involved, collects the 48 of Jimmy John, and then the number 28 of Mitchell Collins just has absolutely nowhere to go, trying to scoot by on the outside but can't get it. You see the 33 of Germanti Bo gets involved as well. At this point, it's just looking like a junkyard. At this point, if you're behind this wreck, you slam on the brakes and just hope you can find an opening before you get to them. But here we are. Green Flag Racing is back. Victor Pavlov and then number 3 has led them back to the line here. Only 8 laps remain here at Daytona International Speedway for the Fiasco XFINITY Series. Victor Pavlov is trying to hold that inside line, but you see these guys are already trying to get drafting partners going side by side. They're all going to be side by side going into turn 3 as these guys catch up on the back straightaway. Coming off of turn 4, coming to the line with 7 laps to go. About only 9 drivers are in this lead pack, which means only 9 drivers are in position to win this race. Anything can happen here at Daytona. Let's see what happens towards the end of this race. Now on the back straightaway here, a lap 15, Cheyenne Wright in the number 4 is peeking down low, looking to take the lead. The 3 and the 90 are making a little bit of contact going into turn 3. There are 3 wide going for the lead. Right behind the number 4 of Cheyenne Wright is the 42 of Ryan Labonte, and right behind him is the 88 of Nick Breeding. Those 2 drivers are going to be competing in the Fiasco NASCAR Cup Series as well. So you will see them in the Daytona 500 looking to establish their dominance here in the Fiasco Racing body here at the Xfinity Series. And Cheyenne Wright has gotten a little bit of a lead coming off of turn 4 on the number 3 of Victor Pavlov. Coming to the line, we will have only 4 laps remaining. Cheyenne goes up to block, but that leaves the door open for the number 42 of Ryan Labonte. Can he make a late move and possibly get this win? But the number 88 of Nick Breeding is looking a bit hungry there. He looked like he wanted to push a 3 wide below the number 42 of Ryan Labonte. Right above him is Boost with the Fur. He was running way up front the whole race as well. The number 3, can he come up with some Dale Earnhardt magic to fight his way to the front? Lap 18 on the back straightaway. These guys are tightly packed together, almost 3 wide all the way back. We also have the number 43 of Carter Joey. We haven't seen him towards the front lately, and here we are coming to the white flag, ladies and gentlemen. Boost with the Fur has taken the lead. The 43 and the 4 are making contact, but they manage to come off of each other as they go into turn 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be one hell of a finish here at Daytona. The 20 and the 42 are side by side. It is going to be a drag race down the back straightaway, but they're not going to get separated from the rest of the pack. At this point, it's going to be a matter of who gets the better push, and if the person behind them wants to stick behind them. Cheyenne Wright is going to push the 42. Carter Joey is going to push the number 20 going into turn 3. It is an absolute drag race. Who is going to get the better push? Who is going to win at Daytona? There is lap traffic, but they will not affect the outcome of this race. Coming off of turn 4, Boost with the Fur. Ryan Labonte, who's going to win it? It is the 42 of Ryan Labonte by a mere bumper. The number 42. Congratulations, Ryan Labonte. Look how close this finish was. Barely beats him to the line. If this was Talladega, Boost with the Fur definitely would have gotten that win. He had the momentum, but congratulations to Ryan Labonte. Here you have the final results from this race. Labonte, Boost with the Fur, Wright, Joey, Pavlov, Breeding, Friesen, Russell, Ballas, and Jimmy round out the top 10. You guys can look through the rest of the lineup to see where you guys ended up. I hope you guys really enjoyed that race. What an insane finish. Another insane finish for the Fiasco NASCAR Racing body. And here you guys can take a look at the remaining schedule. Texas, Richmond, Auto Club, Pocono, Chicagoland, Talladega, Las Vegas, Michigan, Rockingham, North Wilkesboro, Homestead, Miami is where we end the season. It is going to be a 12-race season. action-packed all throughout. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you miss no videos and live streams. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, link to that will be down below. Thank you guys so much for making this series happen, and I will see you in the next video.
Feels like the pain won't end, but it will. Feel so ingrained, but it's still just temporary. If you cut out all the bad thoughts and wear the pain like mascots, you just might overcome it. Hating the way I plummet, yeah. I don't really know what's going